How we communicate tells us a story about us. Who we are inside reflects on the outside in our day-to-day behavior. What's the point of having a lovely and peaceful meditation, and then half an hour later spoiling it by shouting at your family? Namaste ji. The quality of our communications affects the quality of our lives in so many ways. And perhaps more than ever, in this pandemic situation, how we are relating with others and with ourselves, that has come under the spotlight. You may have found yourself locked down with the same people, day in and day out, for weeks or even months at a stretch. It's like being in a pressure cooker. A small misunderstanding can blow up into a big argument that simmers away for days, isn't it? Or some of you may have had the opposite situation and been isolated alone, missing the warmth of human company and probably dependent on technology for your connections with people. So this is a time when we need to give particular attention to how we are conducting our interactions. Can we make even our communication a means to becoming a better human being? Our character is communicated in every little interaction. Our Adi Guru of Heartfulness, the great Daaji Maharaj said, I quote, "The balanced condition of the mind is an expression of the right attitude in all our activities under varied circumstances. In a broad sense, it is the reflection of our character. It has a deep impact and a favorable influence on those people who are associated with us. It reveals itself in conversations, which can be either serious and long or light and short." Unquote. How we communicate tells us a story about us. Who we are inside reflects on the outside in our day-to-day behavior. What's the point of having a lovely and peaceful meditation, and then half an hour later spoiling it by shouting at your family, or shooting off an abrupt, impatient email? Really, is there any point in meditation if we don't become better people, kinder, more compassionate, and more giving? So, how does our spiritual practice show up in our everyday communications? When we meditate, we get in touch with our inner self. We are immersed in a lighter, finer, and more peaceful vibration. If we are able to keep hold of that calm condition and remain centered in our hearts, our interactions will also be calmer and poised. The foundation of heartful communication is this awareness of inner meditative state or our inner meditative condition, where there can be balance, natural poise, open-hearted attitude resulting from our meditation, which is supported by pranam. There can only be joyfulness and happiness. We try to carry this calm condition into our daily interactions. To help us do this, it is good to pause after every meditation. I can carefully make a note of how I am feeling and then let this meditative state be infused throughout my system and subtle bodies. When we are in a state of peace, so many of our worries dissolve and we simply don't feel like barking at anyone. Daaji Maharaj said that when we are in relationship with the current of reality, Only those words will be flowing during our conversations which are intended and are just right. And here is a rather similar idea from Dr. Marshall Rosenberg. He was the founder of a process called non-violent communication, which is woven with our heartfulness practices into these heartful connections. He said, I quote, "I believe that when we are really connected with that divinity within each other and ourselves, we enjoy contributing to one another's well-being more than anything else." Unquote. It's this inner, joyful connection with our hearts through a sincere meditative practice that can become a basis for wanting to contribute to the happiness of others. So if we immerse ourselves in the fragrance of pranahuti, this yogic transmission that we receive during meditation, then over a period of time, this will likewise sweeten our way of being with each other and how we live in this world. We will imbibe the inner condition and it will permeate our interactions more and more. Inner communion in deep meditative states affects our inner communication with ourselves, how we think and feel inside, our way of thinking and relating to others and ourselves. Then emerges as heart-centered outer communication in our interactions with everyone. Eventually, this can become harmonious, relating like an outer communion, where there is a subtle flow of mutual understanding between myself and another.